Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, pour the wine. No, grab the whole bottle. I have finally cracked the code on why I have deep-seated trust issues, and the answer is sitting in a house 3,000 miles away, probably scratching herself and pretending it's a phantom itch. It's my mother. My wife and I flew back to the family home to do the whole dutiful son thing. Big mistake. Within 24 hours, we were covered in nasty, red, itchy welts. I looked at the cats and they were miserable, thumping their legs and biting their fur. I remembered this from my childhood. It was fleas, unmistakable. I calmly told my mother, hey, I think the cats have fleas, we're getting bitten. You would have thought I accused her of running a meth lab. She looked at me like I was speaking alien and said, don't be silly, it's probably just a mosquito. A mosquito inside, biting both of us repeatedly. She waved me off, claiming the cats just had dry skin and were scabby. Then the audacity. She pivoted and said, well, nobody else is getting bitten. Maybe you brought something with you. She implied we brought the bugs. It was textbook gaslighting, so I dropped it to keep the peace. But then the smoking gun appeared. I walked into the living room and the sofa was covered in a distinct white powder that smelled like chemicals. I knew exactly what it was. She knew there was a problem and was hiding it. I pointed at the white powder covering the couch and looked at my mother. She tripped over her words, trying to lie. Oh, that's just freshening powder, just baking soda. I stared at her. She would rather live in filth and pretend it's potpourri than admit there's a bug in the house. But if you think the fleas are the worst part, buckle up. This went from being annoying family drama to life or death situation real quick. My brother came to visit. He's pretty sedentary. He sat down on the flea-infested sofa and complained about a pain in the back of his knee. My ears perked up. Pain in the back of the knee plus an inactive lifestyle screams DVT, deep vein thrombosis. A blood clot. Before I could speak, Mom swooped in. Oh, don't be ridiculous. You just didn't drink enough water today, or you pulled a hamstring. She was dismissing his pain to keep her whole everything is fine vibe intact. I ignored her and asked to see his leg. I told him to press his thumb into his shin, right on the bone. When he took his thumb away, the dent stayed there. Deep pitting edema. My stomach dropped. Pain plus pitting edema is not a pulled hamstring. That is a situation where you go to the ER right now or you might die. I looked my brother in the eye and said, you need to see a doctor ASAP. We should go to the hospital right now. And then Mother erupted. She started literally yelling over me. You are overreacting. Stop scaring him. I'm his mother. It's dehydration. I tried to argue that pitting edema is a sign of heart issues or clots, not thirst. She screeched, everything is fine, stop looking for problems. She was so aggressive in her delusion that my brother actually backed down. He slumped and said, yeah, maybe I just slept funny. I wanted to scream. She talked him down from saving his own life because reality was inconvenient for her. I spent the day in a panic attack, eventually hiding in the bathroom to text him a novel begging him to go to the ER. I haven't heard back yet. I am praying he doesn't have a pulmonary embolism. If something happens to him, I will never forgive her. She's gambling with his life, and just to put the cherry on top. Tonight was the grand finale. We were watching a movie and I felt something crawling on my arm. I looked down. It was a big, black, juicy flea. I caught it, pinched it between my fingers, and held it 3 inches from my mother's face. Look, I said, this is a flea. I held the flea right in front of her face. You know what she did? She squinted at it and said, that's not a flea, you're imagining things, it's just a beetle, you're being hysterical. I am holding the flea. I realized then that there is no winning. I could have held up a neon sign signed by the Queen and she would call it a forgery. My dad is useless. He knows about the bites but stays silent to keep the peace. He'd rather let his son risk a blood clot than argue with his wife. It all clicked. My childhood anxiety didn't appear out of thin air. It came from years of being told I was lying or overreacting whenever I had a problem. When your reality is constantly denied by your protector, you stop trusting your own brain. I have been gaslit since birth. They are happy living in La La Land amongst pests and medical emergencies. It is a sickness. I am done. We leave tomorrow. I'm going to whisper to my brother one last time, go to the hospital and get on that plane. If he dies, she killed him. That's the tea. Tell me I'm not crazy.